Hi, everyone, and welcome to Soulful Connections. I am your host, Liz Naughton, and today we have Jennie Date. Jennie is an astrologer and she also does guided meditations. So, before we get started with a guided meditation, I would just like to know a little bit about Jennie, what it is you do in the way of astrology, and how did you get involved in this really cool modality?
Hi, Liz. Well, thank you for having me on. I really appreciate it. I'm excited to do this with you all. And let's see, to answer your question, as far as how I got involved in astrology, it's something that's always been in the background. It's something that I've always kind of had that has given me a lot of great information. And then, at some point in my life, I think it was around 2007, I learned something really important from an astrologer about myself that really showed me how practical this art really is. And at that time, I started my studies. And then a couple of years ago, I committed full time to doing astrology. I had a little bit of one of those like health things that kind of happens that gives you a little wake up. So I had that, and I've just embraced doing this full time ever since. So that's what I'm working on. I really love the way astrology can help you understand your own patterns. I think it can work really well with meditation and other spiritual modalities to help you become more aware of yourself, develop a relationship with yourself, and cultivate more self acceptance and understanding and compassion towards yourself. I think that is what we're really trying to do here. And I do these meditations every time the sun goes into a new sign. And I feel really fortunate that Liz invited me to share a meditation that has to do with the solstice that's upcoming. So that's a little bit about me and my business.
Excellent. Well, if you are ready, then I would love to go ahead and put the image up. And
Okay.
this is Machu Picchu. And if you don't mind, can you just tell us a little
Yeah.
bit about that and just go ahead and segue into your meditation?
Okay, yeah, I this picture it was taken in Machu Picchu quite a few years ago. I got to go down there for a few weeks and visit with my sister who was living there for a while. And it was just absolutely incredible. And I find every time I think of mountains, which is part of what this meditation is about, I just think of those mountains down near Machu Picchu and just how impressive and beautiful they are. So that's the image I chose. So okay, well, let's go ahead and get started here. Okay, so welcome to the Earth Element meditation to help you find ground. So please find a comfortable seat that you can stay in for the next 20 minutes. If possible, please sit up on a cushion or a block for support. And then close your eyes and begin to settle in. At the solstice on December 21st, the sun enters the zodiac sign of Capricorn and marks the beginning of the sun's return north. Because it is an earth sign, the sun's move into Capricorn signifies a time to go within and find one's source of inner grounding. As you enter a place of solitude, it gives you an opportunity to deepen your relationship with yourself. You can begin to align your deep inner knowing with a willingness to accept your outer responsibilities, which results in an increase in your sense of integrity. This is the challenging path of committing to develop your inner authority over yourself and your life. And in a nutshell, this path is one of accountability and involves understanding how your work has great social importance in its impact on all of those around you. So let's begin by feeling the lower half of the body. Start to become cognizant of the parts of your seat that are touching the earth. And let everything begin to grow heavier. And notice how this increases the feeling of support from the ground beneath you. Now lift your spine up tall and relax the shoulders down and away from the ears. Release the lower jaw and let the tongue soften in the mouth. And bring your chin parallel with the earth and draw the back of the head back so it aligns right on top of the spine. Now, as you sit here, identify the shape that your sits bones, that your legs and your feet are making on the ground. This shape is not unlike the base of a mountain, sitting on the Earth's crust. Now lean into the contact between these parts of you and the ground by relaxing your leg muscles. Feeling yourself heavy. And now picture your weight extending down below the surface so that you can begin to feel how the source of your anchoring is deeper, deeper in the earth. It's really rooting yourself down. And once again, this is just like the mountain base. A huge, broad base which extends all the way down into the bottom of the sea. And start to feel your bones merging into the bones of the earth. Notice your breathing. Notice the breathing as it comes in to your body and then goes out of your body. And establishing a steady rhythm of your breathing. Just let it happen naturally. And now direct your attention into the soles of your feet, letting them relax further. Picture the archers and all 10 toes and the tops of your feet. And now let your attention move up into your ankles and into the muscles of your calves and your shin bones. Bring your attention into your knee joints, feeling them soften and relax. And then up into the thighs. Feel the femur bone, that largest bone in the body. Feel its weight, so heavy. And then relax the tissues all around the thigh bone in all 4 directions. And now begin to feel into the pelvic bowl. It's such a heavy structure with such an important job, containing the sacredness of your being. And then let that pelvic bowl just get heavier. You can even picture it filled with water. And as it gets heavier, it grounds down into the earth beneath. So now visualize your pelvic bowl and your legs and your feet as the base of the mountain. This is your anchor. And continue to breathe into this structure that is the base of your mountain. And now feel your spinal column. A set of bones that stack one on top of the other. And feel that spinal column lifting up and away out of the heaviness of the pelvis. So finding your strength through the spine. And now soften through your belly. Let your belly release into Buddha belly. Just letting it be soft and receptive. And be aware of the organs inside, letting those soften as well. Soften and relax. And then relax through the low back and the kidneys. They work so hard for us, so releasing there. And now with your breath, feel into your rib cage. As you inhale, feel the rib cage expand and grow in all directions, three-dimensional. Breathe into the sides, into the front, and into the back. Feel its shape, almost like a barrel. And let your breathing be soft and even. But let it fill up that rib cage. And now bring your attention into the back of your heart. Softening and relaxing through the upper back muscles and the scapula, the shoulder blades. And then now bring your attention into the front, to your chest, relaxing through the pectoral muscles and through your energetic heart, letting it broaden and open, open-hearted. And find ease in your shoulders, letting the collarbone spread wide. And release the muscles of the shoulders down the back and away from the ears. And now let your arms relax. Softening at the top of the shoulder socket. Down through the upper arms, the elbows, and the lower arms, the forearms. Relax through the wrists, and then let the hands be heavy in your lap. Our hands do so much work, so let them relax and be heavy here. Let them be still. And now focus on your shoulders. And just think of your shoulders as the shoulder of the mountain. Let them slope away from your head, the peak of the mountain. We also tend to carry the weight of the world on our shoulders. So let that go. Bring your attention up into the neck muscles, all the way up into the back of the skull. Letting go. Now relax into the throat and the lower jaw. Letting the lower jaw open slightly. And relax the tongue in your mouth. And let your cheekbones get soft. And now bring your open hands up to your cheekbones. And just let the weight of your hands on your cheekbones gently pull the mouth down to fully release the tension in the jaw. Notice how this affects the upper jaw, and that begins to soften as well. And now release the hands back into the lap. Soften through the eye sockets, the eyebrows, the space between the eyebrows, and the forehead. Relax the back of the skull, and then totally release all the way up to the top of the head, the peak of the mountain. And continue to breathe. Just letting the breath cascade in and out. Your own natural rhythm, aligned with the rhythm of the mountain. And as you direct your attention inward with your eyes closed, feel your internal gaze softly rest at the spot between your eyebrows. Let your mind relax the same way as your body, letting go of any thoughts or anything your mind is trying to hold on to. Just feel the grip relaxing, letting it go. Now continue to stay here and breathe as the mountain. And in your relaxed state, bring to your mind's eye a mountain. Choose a mountain you are familiar with, you have an affinity for. Even if it's just one you've seen a picture of. But bring its shape right into your mind's eye. See its broad base. And let your gaze move slowly up this mountain in your mind's eye. And admire its solidity. Picture its crags with trees or snow on top, whatever lives high on its flanks. And as you picture the peak, take in the sheer majesty and gravity of the mountain. And now see yourself in the mountain. Feel your lower body as the base. And feel the lift in your spine as your strength. And feel your mind as the peak with its broad point of view. Take on the qualities and the integrity of the mountain. And now simply sit and breathe in your mountain shape, the breath cascading like the clouds at the top of the mountain. And now bring your hands together in front of your heart. Perhaps even feeling the beat of your heart through your hands. And feeling the expansion of the inhalation and then the release of the exhalation. And feel the source of your inner grounding. Tune into the deep sense of support that comes from the earth beneath you. And know that you carry this within you, that you can make this connection anytime and find ground. And if you feel inspired to do so, bow your head. Bow to your sense of inner wisdom for taking this time for yourself. And may you be at peace in your body, in your mind, and in your heart. Peace. Thank you.
Thank you so much. I feel so incredibly relaxed. And I think really that's the point of doing these meditations is just to take a time out for ourselves. I know as an energy medicine practitioner, what I do, Jenny, when I'm working with clients is I do try to bring in the specific element that we're currently in. And as we start to move into this transitional energy of the earth, when we leave the fall element and we move into the winter element, the whole point of that transition time of the earth energy is for self-nourishing. So I so appreciate being able to do the meditation with you today because that was nourishing. As I was sitting here, it's like, this feels like I've kind of taken a nap. So thank you for that. Whoop, whoop.
That's
Uh,
good. Thank you.
just so I can joyfully move on with the rest of my day, having recharged my batteries. So, everyone watching, I hope you got a lot out of this. If you want to contact Jennie, please go to hiddenpathastrology.com and reach out if you want either to have your astrology. Do you do astrology charts as well?
Yes,
So if you
consultations.
want your
Yep.
astrology chart done, if you want to know more about these kinds of meditations, please feel free to reach out and start that conversation. So until next time, please know that you are loved and namaste.
Say.